receiver, number 18, Justin Jefferson.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Minneapolis. Ray McLeod on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a real...
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game. Jonathan Grenard in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
We can feel this crowd all the way up here in the press box, Mike. I mean, one play in, one sack later, and this crowd is rocking.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Penix. For the left side, he gets that to Mooney. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Some nifty running on the return. Some good yardage before he was taken down. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters.
An incompletion on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. Brian Kelly, the center, guilty there. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Looking out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. The veteran Leonard Floyd, they're on the tackle. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. To throw is McCarthy. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
He runs straight ahead with Jones. Forward for a short gain to the 25. Hayden Ellis in on that stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Falcons' 25-yard line.
2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
3 brings up 3rd and 4.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another 1st down.
On the draw, here's Jones. And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He's got it. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Falcons nothing.
Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll go play action now with Penix. Down the field, connection made to Mooney. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. You're going to go play action with Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 3. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. Finding space at the 15. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Price now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Vikings offense ready for their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Up to throw is McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
The best way, Mike, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. On play action, Penix escaping to his left. To stop it here, we have an injured Viking to tend to. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Robinson. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
Isaiah Rodgers. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Falcons.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. He'll be taken down about the 33-yard line. Josh Metellus there on the tackle.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Left side in the hands of London. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
The play fake. Here's the lefty Penix. He'll look London's way again. It's complete again. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out.
Good blocking, and he's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the 1st.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
On is Koo for the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Vikings 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Price now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And he's going to have just a couple here, but there is a marker on the field as well. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Divine Diablo there to make the play.
Brings up second down.
On second down, here's McCarthy. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Hawkinson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Now McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
The Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Yeah. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss on his way to a nice pickup of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Again, it's Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simple. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw, it's McCarthy. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
28-yard line.
In motion, it's Jefferson. On first down, here's McCarthy. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
On the ground now with Jones. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
That's good for a Vikings first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
A run on 1st and goal. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
Xavier Watts on the tackle. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. On the zone read, it's McCarthy. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw for it with McCarthy. And he will take this one across into the end zone. J.J. McCarthy, touchdown Vikings. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Riker now to add the extra point. He's got it. The Vikings will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Agnew on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. It's Penix. Look wide. Get this one complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And a Falcon first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And here's Bijan. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Vikings have got it. And so much for a nice game through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
The Vikings offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll motion over Thielen. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Knotted at 14 on the scoreboard. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 12 to go. To throw is McCarthy. Short pass caught by Oliver. He's still on his feet. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big play for Minnesota. 42 yards.
1st and 10.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
And a nice job able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of a half dozen. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They run it once more with Jones. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line.
And after that short run, it puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. 3rd and 2, and under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
On fourth down, it's Will Riker time for this Viking field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Riker's kick is good. And the Vikings move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. On first down, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Javon Hargrave getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Now Penix on third and long. That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
To Justin Jefferson. A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 5. In motion, Naylor. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
21 yards.
A gain there of 21. First down, Minnesota.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's Joe. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson.
And 9 yards to
And
go.
3rd down coming up. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and come out to the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss. These plays just kill you. Defense, the pressure is good, but you have to contain him. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta.
1st down, Falcons.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Now the lefty Penix on 1st down. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Jonathan Bernard in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On 2nd down, Penix. And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight, there's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball, that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up fourth down.
Fourth down.
Nice job here by the defense. They understood this quarterback is looking to push this ball downfield past the line to gain, and he's got no choice but to check it down short to the tight end, rally tackle, and brings up fourth down.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. A little play action here with McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. To the right, that's Pitts.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. You're going to go play action with Penix. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings' 9-yard line.
2nd down, they need 3. Again, it's Penix. They'll get this out wide to McLeod. And he'll take this one in.
Touchdown.
Ray McLeod. Touchdown, Falcons. Here's Coop for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Falcons move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Vikings 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. In motion, Naylor. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That one into the hands of Jefferson. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
A run. It's Jones. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
A short one taken by Hawkinson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
McCarthy from the gun here on third down. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
They'll run for it, and it's Jones. And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down. And more. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2.
Yeah, sometimes these coaches want to overthink it. They want to dial up these super tricky plays and try to outthink themselves sometimes. And you find yourself here on 4th and real short. Something easy, something your guys have repped a million times. Win the battle up front and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Now McCarthy. He'll get this into the hands of Thielen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up the first down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
That's good.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Jones trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Now from a yard farther back, it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. Good blocking, and he's in. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Will Reichert now on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Vikings extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. McLeod now to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Right side, catch made by McLeod. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. It's 3rd and 4. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
To throw again, it's Penix. Oh, the ball's out. The Vikings have got it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He's taken down just shy of the 10. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try.
22-yard attempt.
This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Brings up second.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league. And when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
There's that man again. Another catch. 17 yards, the gain there. It'll be a Vikings first down.
The Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And who's tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. Now Jones. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35.
16 yards.
A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Minnesota.
First and 10 at the 33-yard
Every once in a while,
line.
it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. Now a handoff. Jones. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Here comes the screen to Jones. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. Back over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
The Vikings, first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up second and goal. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. What? And he will score again. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings. Touchdown. And make that 3 rushing touchdowns. You think quarterback gets a 3-touchdown day, it's pretty good. 3 on the ground? That, Greg, is excellent.
It's just so hard, Mike, for a defense to account for a quarterback that can do this amount of damage with his legs. And there's a fine line, but I'll tell you what, when they unleash him as a runner, he's about as good as it gets.
So now McCarthy's going to bring up the Vikings, and they will go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jones going to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone and book the lead up by 2 more.
Falcons 21.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Agnew on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Now he takes off. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Falcons.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he'll get about 5.
Robinson, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Penix. Over the middle, he gets that to McLeod. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 15.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
That was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
They're giving effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
On 3rd down, Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
A 45-yard attempt.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Chandler now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
1st and 10.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Back at the 34-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now McCarthy. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
24.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the 2nd half. Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. Back out now to kick this one away. Agnew on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing is Penix. He'll step up and run. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
Now Robinson, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Another run here for Robinson. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. The veteran safety, Harrison Smith, there on the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and 2, and Penix. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. He steers clear of the 1st tackler, working his way forward for a gain of about 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 6. Pitts is the man in motion. On the handoff, it's Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
1st down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. Thrown on the run, but it's off target. Behind his man, and that is incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons will cut into that lead. Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a... Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Price now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their
Justin
own
Jefferson
25-yard
and this
line.
Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier. Xavier White's on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up second down at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. It's McCarthy. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
3rd and 9. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. A throw on the move is caught. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. Working free downfield, it's Thielen. A pickup of 21 on that connection. It'll be a Vikings first down.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
They'll motion over Thielen. Open man downfield, it's Hawkinson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
A gain of 29
That one
yards.
good for 29.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one.
He's taken out of bounds.
The
behind
quick
the line of
passing
scrimmage.
game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And he's in. Jalen Naylor. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Riker now to add the extra point. It's up and good. The Vikings will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Falcons 27.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Reichard out now, following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Agnew on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, it's Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
So I really like the decision here that you're going to throw the ball to one of your big tight ends, but it's the personnel grouping that you do it out of. Bring as many big bodies onto the field as possible. Stay with the passing game.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, here is Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And that is incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And now it's 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Result of the play.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Scrimmage, that's about all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
They run it once more with Jones. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Working out of the shotgun, and he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
Certain guys just have a knack for making splash plays, and I don't even think you can really coach it. I mean, this guy, first he has a pick, now a sack. He comes up with a fumble recovery, Mike. He's getting the football equivalent of a hat trick, and there's no mistake about it. This guy is balling.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. Now the lefty Penix on first down. That's the tight end, Pitts.
Complete to Kyle Pitts. A 5-yard gain brings up second down at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Penix. Open man downfield. That's London. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
A gain of 18.
They gained 18 yards on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that long.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. An even 40 yards.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get them here again.
Now Penix to throw on second down. And this ball is going to be incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. That is caught side of the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On is Koo for the point after. His kick is good. And the Falcons are able to edge a bit closer.
45. Falcons 34.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Price now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. And you take a look at the numbers in this one, there is not much to complain about on that ledger, is there? He has been terrific to this point in the proceedings. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On the handoff, Jones. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6, mark it at the 31.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third down and 3. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Little surprising here, Mike. They continue to throw the ball with this type of lead here in the 4th quarter, but with the day they've had, I don't know if I could really blame them. I mean, with the amount of man coverage that they're seeing, right now, the quarterback's just saying, what's my best matchup? Who do I love to gain separation? And just throwing the ball. And for the most part of the game, it's continued to work.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
1st and 10.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically...
And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
A loss of 2.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. In motion, Naylor. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. To throw is McCarthy. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on first down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
On second down, here's Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
And they're going to get the conversion here. Good run to the 44, and that's a first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Atlanta.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here tonight.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Josh Metellus on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Gain of 12.
A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Second and 5. Trying the left side. Here's Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage. But when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Here's third and 7. From the gun, it's Penix. He'll be forced out right. He'll try to run for it. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. And he will score! Game on! Darnell Mooney! Touchdown Falcons! Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point
We're going to go play action with Penix. That'll be caught. And he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Chandler now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Jones. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
He'll let one go down the middle. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. And next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
1st down, Falcons.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a 1st down.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. On the option, here's Robinson. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Play action. It's Penix. He's going to run it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
A gain of
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Pitts is the man in motion. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. Fourth down, straight ahead.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
The pressure intensifies for fourth down and 3. And that is incomplete. They had their chance and took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
The drive begins with a carry by Jones. Now a timeout. That's their first. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 8-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. This is Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
He was taken down.
Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Third down and 9. Handoff, Jones. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
4th down.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. Here's 1st and 10. Now Penix. complete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Again, on 2nd and 10, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Penix on 3rd down. He fires downfield for Pitts. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 37 yards. So a win here for the Vikings. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.